The elections are over, but in so many ways, this has been an extraordinary phase of US politics. Joe Biden will be the next president, but there are questions about the transition. Another groundbreaking development has been the election of the first female Black and South Asian vice president, Kamala Harris. Recent elections also witnessed a record turnout, the highest in decades, with an unprecedented count of mail in ballots and early voting. In fact, when polling started on November the 3rd, more than 100 million Americans had already cast their ballots. The diverse electorate in record numbers made their voice heard amid a deadly pandemic, historic levels of unemployment, massive protests against racism, and the deep polarization that we witness every day in media and social media. Millions rallied to oust President Trump in favor of Joe Biden, thanks in part to the progressive activists who organized at the grassroots alongside with the Democratic Party. Still, over 70 million Americans continue to support President Trump and his worldview. The president gives voice to many disillusioned whites who were largely responsible for his victory in 2016 and his strong showing in 2020. In the words of the leading public intellectual Noam Chomsky, uh, Trump, despite losing, succeeded at, and I quote, tapping into the reservoirs of anger and economic resentment among the working and middle classes who have been subjected to the bipartisan neoliberal assault of the last 40 years, unquote. As we move forward, the US publics remain concerned about racial and economic insecurities, the stress of unemployment, racism, and the grave challenges of public health, not to mention the dwindling white supremacy and what it means in 2020. And perhaps this is what makes the task of next administration even more challenging and formidable. President-elect Biden and his team will have to tackle major challenges and deliver in a polarized political, social, and cultural environment. The defeat of President Trump at polls is likely to have ramifications across the globe as well. He was the most articulate and powerful among the right-wing populists. Some call them demagogues who rose to power in recent years. Hungary, Brazil, the Philippines, India, and numerous other countries have elected strong men who are seen as anti-elite saviors. The US electorate has shown that democratic institutions at the end of the day can prevail over these strongmen. Let me add that I feel privileged to be moderating this session with a galaxy of experts and activists. The center's work is enabling me to challenge my own outsider's position, and this should be a great learning experience for me, as it will be for all of you.